this video we will talk about the BIM Properties command, and before running this command you need to run the add powerline property sets command. I have already done that, and all my custom entities have their custom property sets and properties here, as you can see. So as we already know, this command add powerline property sets classifies all the custom entities as building element proxies. I already have a box here that's also a building element proxy. We'll see why. And when you run the BIM Properties command, you get this dialog window. The first thing that you see is the namespace user right here. The different namespaces are just lists of all the property sets and their corresponding properties. All the custom property sets that you create and delete are added to the new user namespace for the current drawing. Here is of course the list of all our property sets and properties that are added by add powerline property sets command, and I have a custom property set here. The main functions are of course setting the property sets and property and value and moving them up and down. One important thing to note is that all our custom property sets are added as per instance. What this means is that all the property sets that are of course classified as building element proxy, they are the only ones that have these properties, and not all the elements in the drawings that are also building element proxies. For example, this box right here is also building element proxy but doesn't have any custom property set, because our custom property sets are made per instance. To demonstrate the meaning of this, we have these custom property sets, and its definition is per instance no. This means that all the elements in the drawing that are classified as building element or building element proxy will have this property set. And of course you can see that this is true. Box is building element proxy and it has a custom property set. Also support has a custom property set. So basically when a property set has a per instance no, it means that all the elements in the drawing that have the classification or category that the property set is made for will have that property set. For example, if I set here yes and press OK, the property set is not shown anymore because we have to add it manually because it is per instance. You are adding property set manually by clicking on the entity, going to the properties and going to the entity property set, clicking here, and you can see it right here. When you click OK, now you have added it. Our custom property sets are added automatically. You don't have to add them manually. But every other property set that you create that is per instance, you have to add it manually. Again, if I want to add it to support, I add it manually, press OK, and here it is. You of course type the value inside here, custom value, and that's it. The demonstration of course for moving up and down is just clicking up and down, move up length, it will move it up. And of course for creation a new property set, you can just click set, type the ID custom property set to ID. For the label, I will just use without ID. You set the per instance, yes or no. Whether it's visible, you want it yes to be visible. You tie it to a category, a classification that your element is classified by. And of course, after that, you add a property. And we will just type custom property to ID and label it as custom property 2. You of course add the description. This is another custom property. And of course that's how you add it. If I add per instance no, as we already said, it will be shown for if we add it to a building element proxy, it will be shown in all elements. Here it is, custom property set 2. Custom property set 2. Of course, the last thing we need to show is how to delete it, and you do that just by going remove, okay, and that's it. So that's for today's video. Thanks for watching.